Okay, I'm going to say a word, and you're going to tell me what you think about it. Okay? The word is ninjas. Yeah, you're picturing some dudes in black masks doing backflips, scaling trees, maybe. Maybe it's Naruto, right? Now, what if I told you that some of the most dangerous ninjas in history were women? Let's get into it. Nani Uwe Mina-san, this is Boy Meets East, and we're going to be diving into some really cool history. The Kunoichi. These are Japanese female shinobi. They were spies, saboteurs, and intelligence operatives who most people have never heard of. Now, granted, I feel like I don't really know much about, male shinobi. Like, I don't know their names off the top of my head, but I do know that when we talk about this time, it's usually about men and almost never about the women. And I think the popularity of shows like Shogun show that there's a real interest in not only Japan, but, these kind of subcultures, about the Kunoichi. And I do think that had a lot to do with that. Anyways, the word Kunoichi literally hides in plain sight, right? It's made up of strokes from the kanji for woman, and these women moved through society invisibly, using what made them underestimated as their greatest weapon. All right. Okay. Again, there's a Hollywood version, but there's the real Kunoichi who weren't flipping through fireballs. They were slipping into enemy compounds, disguised as servants, dancers, and priests. And assassins, yeah, they were sometimes, but their real strength was psychological warfare and infiltration and intel. Okay, let's talk some names, and I'll screw them up. But Mochizuki Chiyome, Chiyome? Anyways, she was basically the Nick Fury of the game, right? She built an all-women spy network using orphans, geisha, and more. And they were all trained to gather secrets and kill if needed. Tsunade is another name that should be mentioned, and this maybe real, maybe legendary ninja shows up in a Sonata 10 Brave story. And she was a master of medicine, disguise, and strategy. And then there were the women of the Iga and the Koga. We don't know their names, but their skills made them ghost-level infiltrators. The Kunoichi training was no joke, right? Like, the whole point of this is to go into the fact that, yes, they learned combat, poisons, seduction, disguise, and they weaponized things like fans and hairpins. Like, it's spy school with a ninja twist. Like, the things that we think about with James Bond and other craziness. Like, this really happened. And the twist is, being a woman in feudal Japan gave them cover, right? Society ignored them entirely, much like we still do, and they used that blind spot to operate under the radar. It's really turning limitations into advantages. In modern media, however, the media often paints them as like sexy femme fatales or sidekicks, but really, they were calm, calculated, and careful. Seduction was just a part of their toolkit, not something they whipped out every 2 seconds. From Naruto to Assassin's Creed Shadows, I think Kunichi are really having a moment. Again, even Shogun. I wish there were more portrayals into these women, into the legend, into the history that made them great, because again, representation matters. And I think telling the story of the Kunoichi isn't just about cool ninja stuff. It's about reclaiming the space for women, giving them and allowing them to have these stories that were erased. These women shaped Japan's history, and we don't know their names. Like, were you surprised by the Kunoichi? Like, is there more that I should be looking into? I am going on this journey the same as you, and I'm certainly going on it just simply because of Assassin's Creed video game and being able to play both Yasuke, and if you haven't seen that video, check that out. But playing Yasuke and a female shinobi, it's an exciting time in media to be able to, yes, even if there are creative licenses being taken, being able to play these characters, being able to learn, being able to have my imagination unlocked and not stuck with the stereotype. So, like, subscribe, let me know what we should talk about next, and until next time, peace.